Bag alert. Major bag alert.
Wait, before the ad read, we should say
major bag alert.
It's gonna be a good episode.
I have a feeling too.
Okay, let's go. Cheers.
Cheers.
We should start doing this.
Yeah. Why does... Oh, okay. I was going to say, why do our matchas look different colors? You have like blue glass.
Yeah, I have a different glass.
Bluegrass. When the sun goes down. Hi, guys.
Should we start having... I feel like our song of the days are... first of all, because I never upload it, I feel like our song of the days are just like kind of an afterthought at this point. Should we start having themes?
But then what if we get sick of the themes?
Well, each episode is a theme.
Oh, I thought you meant like for like weeks.
Oh.
That's a little much. Okay, then what's our genre right now?
Should we do country? Or should we do artists? Like pick an artist.
Oh, okay.
So when we don't know what movie to watch, we say a lot of the time we like to be like, okay, let's pick an actor, an actress.
Or a director.
We do directors a lot. So should we start doing that with our song of the day?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Miley Cyrus?
Oh, I was going to say Neo.
Down.
Okay. Miss Independent.
Sick.
By
Okay.
Neo.
You know what? I need to give me a moment. You guys, I don't think we said this last week, but at one point I think it was Drake night, we walked by Akon.
We didn't say it. Because I even had that thought after we recorded. I was like, we missed a big detail of why our lives have changed though. Like he walked past and it was so, we saw Lil Dicky and Benny Blanco too. I think that's it. I feel like there was somebody
Those were
else.
the ones where I was like, oh my God, like I was starstruck.
Yeah. No, Akon was pretty big.
Yeah. Okay, my song is So Sick by Neo.
Oh, that song used to make me cry when I was getting through my
yeah
8th grade relationship.
And then this is the timeline of going through a breakup. You change your MySpace song to So Sick because you're really going through it, and then you're like, hold on, I'm a bad bitch, and then you change it to Miss Independent.
Miss Independent. Yep, exactly.
Wow.
And then
Ryan Solo by
that was mine by Tayo Cruz.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see.
Ayaz.
Who the fuck?
He opened for Justin Bieber, and then Never Say Never tour, or no, My World 2.0. That's what I went on.
No, it's Jason Derulo.
No, it's not. No way. That was always him.
Are we thinking of the same song?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't.
Oh no, that's
I'm solo. No, it's what I just said.
This is.
I'm feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine.
I don't think that's this though.
Yes, it is.
Fuck it.
Listen. I'm feeling like a star. I can't stop my shine.
Okay.
I'm solo.
It's Jason D.
Who's
Who's Tayo Cruz?
Ayaz?
He sings Dynamite, Break Your Heart.
Yeah. Break your heart. And then we gonna light it up like it's dynamite. So that song.
That's sick.
You want to know my memory with that song? Are listening?
Yeah.
I have a memory. It was homecoming practice. So I cheered in high school, and our homecoming practices were hours long. It was like the biggest time of the year. And at the time, my friend's older sister was also on our team, and we were going through like a whole like full out routine, and we were doing like a stunt. We were basing together, and it was like, if you know timing of cheer, like you go with the song. So if you're on visual, this makes more sense. It was like, we go dip. It's hard to say.
Sorry to describe. It's with the beat.
Yeah, we go light it up like it's dynamite. So it was like dip,
Dynamite.
up and down.
Yeah.
Like it went with the song. So that we go light it up, it goes dip, dip in my head. And during that, we have eye contact. You always have eye contact with your bass, right? And she was like, I think I'm pregnant.
In
And
the
she
middle of that routine.
Yep. Yeah.
And she was
It
pregnant.
was practice, so it's not a good thing. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay,
it
okay,
wasn't
okay.
like on the field or anything, but she ended up being pregnant, and now she has
Drop
like
the flyer.
damn near. Now she has like a full ass, like he's damn near 12.
Oh, yeah.
How long have we been out of high school?
Almost, Kristen, we're coming up on our 10-year anniversary next year.
He probably is 12 then, because
You were a sophomore or something.
Yeah, sophomore
junior.
at most. I was a sophomore at most. Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's my memory.
Also, Ayaz does have a song called Solo.
I don't want to walk this earth if we
Yes.
gotta do it solo.
So this is the opposite.
Oh, different meanings.
Yeah.
These boys have so many feelings. What were we listening to
So
the
we
other
were,
day?
you guys, we were listening to, first of all, Kristen went through this past week and a half. She went through this phase where literally everything made her cry.
If I had if I was sexually active, which I'm not right now, I would have fully thought I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Everything was making me cry. And what was the song?
It was called It's Beyond by Leon Bridges. And it's a beautiful love ballad.
Oh.
And he's basically asking all the questions that you would ask if you're kind of on the edge of thinking you're in love with someone. He asks himself, is she going to be my wife? Is she going to have my kids? Does the shoe fit? Yeah. It's all these beautiful, beautiful questions that one might ask themselves. And she looked at me and she goes, is this what men think about? What did I say?
You said, this is what Tanner thinks about you. And I lost it. I lost it. I'm sorry. I'm screaming a lot right now. We've been really quiet the past few hours. Today
I slept for the past 3 hours.
Today we woke up. It was a good day. Like, had like cards and a chill breakfast, had coffee together. Like, it was one of the first, and you even said this out loud. Excuse me. This is one of the first like chill Saturdays we've had in a minute.
Nothing scheduled. We weren't rushed to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting down to do the pod. It's pretty late on Saturday night. And we typically were like, okay, let's get up early in the morning and do it.
Yeah. Because like we have something to do Saturday night.
Right. No, this is nice. We're going to go. We live right next to a local bar you could play pool. So we're going to go do that after this. It's a pretty chill weekend. I'm liking it. I had a boy over last night.
Yeehaw. We went to a brewery today. That's also why we're kind of like lethargic right now.
Yeah. I'm big like beer tired right now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have matchas.
Yeah.
How was your night last night?
It was fun. I had the boy over who I went on a nice date with. And he just came over. We played cards. It's always fun when you could like, I think I've talked about this before, when you can like do like that fancy dinner, but then also like chill and like fucking sweats and do nothing.
It's the goal.
It kind of had me thinking about like dating in general in my 20s. First of all, I've never been like a serial dater. And I think this is the first time in my life where I'm like kind of like a dater
You're, like,
right now.
seeing people.
Yeah. And this is one scenario where it's kind of like, hold on, it started as one thing, but is it turning into something else? And it's making me ask these questions. Like, I feel like I'm kind of being forced in my own head, obviously, forced to kind of determine what I want from something and if it's matching what I want, and like kind of asking myself where he might be.
Yeah.
And all these questions are popping up and I'm like, hold on. I kind of started this with the intention of not to have these questions in my head.
The intention of no intentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Good
now,
book name.
right. Sick.
Yeah.
And now I have all these fucking questions in my head and I'm like, fuck, does that mean I'm like getting feelings?
Right.
Or I think naturally, like when you hang out with when you want to be around someone, that's a feeling in itself.
Yeah.
Right. So I have all these things in my head, these questions that I'm like, fuck, now these need to be answered.
Yeah. And you expressed some frustration with that, and what I was saying, and like anybody else in this situation, I think like I look at that situation as like, be happy you're having feelings.
Right.
Be happy that you're feeling anything, because a lot of people don't feel these things for several reasons. Being they don't put themselves out there, or they're stuck in a bad cycle too, like with the wrong people, so they're not even able to feel the good parts of all this.
It's nice. I almost feel like
it's beautiful.
Like, oh, you're complaining that like a guy might like you and you're questioning it. Like,
right.
But There's so much more to it.
For sure. There's definitely like a lot of question marks, and I feel like naturally, like definitely on like a societal level, catching feelings, I'll put that in quotes, catching feelings is like, you want to avoid it because the stigma around it can scare a lot of people.
Right. And then when do you have the talk of where you like tell
What
him
are
what
we?
you want and what are we, and like ask all these questions, and it's like, God, societal standards fuck everything up.
It screwed up everything for everybody.
Everything.
If we all can just let it go, then we don't have to worry about it.
Right.
And we can.
If we all just like did what we want to do.
Yeah.
And just like, I don't know, did the do without.
Do your daggy.
Right.
You can.
Yeah.
Let's do it right now.
But it like society, like, yes. But I think the societal standards are in everyone's head. So it's like, what if I have dropped the question of like, I don't know if this is coming out right.
Yes, it is.
What if I have dropped the question of like, who gives a fuck what everyone thinks, but the other person hasn't, and they're like, oh, that's crazy. That I don't know.
Then you're not compatible.
Like, yeah.
Then you don't see eye to eye on that point. It doesn't mean he's trash or whatever. It just means you're not seeing eye to eye. And when you find
if you're still hooked up on those societal standards, then it's not.
Exactly.
Right.
And like when you find a person that works, I won't even say your person, because as we say multiple times, your interactions with men, women, whoever you're dating don't have to be your forever person.
Right.
So regardless, whoever you're going to match up with, that will be a part that should match up with you. And if it doesn't, then you had your fun with them. You learned what you don't want, or you learned something.
That's like the fun. I said to you the other day, there's kind of like two guys in my life right now where I'm kind of like, oh, I wish things were perfect with like both of them. And you were like, you're going to find that in one person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Shit, I guess so.
I hated that choice of words. Sorry. Not that I wish things were perfect between both of them. I like bits and pieces of both of them. And if those were one person.
Sold.
Is that terrible to say out loud?
No. Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. Would it be terrible if I said it out loud?
No.
There's so many things that you sig on yourself for that I know if I said it, you would be like, Kristen, that's totally normal.
Yeah. It should. Yeah. Yeah. That's. Yeah. You're right.
If I said it, it'd be totally normal. If anybody said it, it'd be
I don't want to
normal.
hurt people's feelings.
That's another thing too. I mean, that's never the goal.
Right.
But when things happen because you're making
and it's, you know what?
decisions for your own boundaries and it might affect someone else negatively, it's not like you're doing that out of like, fuck you, I'm going to hurt you.
Right.
It's life.
It's the thought that like they're going to take it personal.
That's also on them. We can't protect everybody.
Yeah.
Your choice of words is something you can control. We all know that. But like, I hope this doesn't come off insensitive, but like it's life. When people take things personally, like that's a big thing that I feel like several even like self-help books talk about. It's like, don't take things personally. You're only hurting yourself. You can't give meaning to people's actions or words.
And it's like,
don't take it personally.
It's like, that's a you problem, which is harsh, but
like
I get
we
it.
all have you problems. I have my own you problems too that like I got to get called out on and hurt me often. And I need to work on myself. And you know, like it's just one of those things. And I feel like there are still moments where I'm very worried about hurting a person. I mean, that was a big thing towards like the end of Tanner and I. Mm-hmm. Like it was like, I really don't want to hurt him. I really feel like I'm going to break his heart. And I did, but like, he's okay. And it catapulted him into where he's at now. And like,
you almost feel like this sense of relief.
Yeah, for sure. And that's okay. And I think it'd be crazy if I was alone in this. Like, I want to hear what you guys think too. Everybody listening. Like, oh,
that was so aggressive.
Sorry, there's a sideshow outside of our house. Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's just like life.
I totally get it. It's just like this thing that goes through my head all the time where I'm like, oh, like be gentle.
Yeah. Well, you just have a heart. But then like, if we're gentle all the time for others, are we ever going to be happy ourselves? Like there's so many, especially in your early 20s, all that, like there's so many. You got to
be selfish.
You have to. There's so many moments that you have to be selfish, especially in love, especially in boundaries, especially in standards. Mm-hmm.
And this goes both ways, not just like brushing someone off and like saying you're not for me. It's also like standing your ground and saying what you want. And if you do want this person, stand up and say it. Tell them. Closed mouths don't get fed. I've learned that since day one.
Okay, let's hop into outfits. We already did song of the day, and then we have a kind of all over the place, but I think an enjoyable episode to get into. When I'm wearing these sweats that I already got dirty, they're white sweats. I mean, I'm already set up for failure. They're Playboy.
Yeah, with matcha too.
I know, right? Playboy has a line of clothing now. They have Playboy X Paxson, which is more like cozy streetwear type shit, like modern. And then they have Playboy, the Big Bunny line. And this is not sponsored, by the way. Big Bunny. And that's all like really pretty silk.
Like silks.
Vintage. Not literally vintage, but vintage inspired pieces. Retro. Yeah. Thank you. I knew there was a word. Really cool pieces, though. I'm wearing sweats from them. And then the shirt is...
I think it's urban.
Might be urban. It's just like a little tank with... I don't even know what to call it.
It's
Colors.
It's ribbed and it's like a knit. You know what it's giving? It's giving the effect of like a knitted sweater, but not being knitted in the way that you would think.
It's like almost like waffly.
Yeah.
Or thermal. It's kind of thermally.
Yeah. The color combo too.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm wearing this tank is from Sorella. It's like a little boutique on Melrose. Yeah. It's they have cute shit, but it's one of those boutiques where it's like really bad quality. I washed it once and it's already like
breaking,
like literally breaking. It's like peeling on the side.
There was something else we got that day that happened too, right?
No, my pants from Doll's Kill were already ripping up. Yeah. God, fast fashion fucking sucks.
Fast food though, delicious.
Amen. And then these are as I continue along my fast fashion fucking clothes. These are my sun sweats from ASOS.
Are my Crocs.
These are my Central Park socks.
Ew, wait, look at the socks I'm wearing.
No, you wore those to cheer in fucking 2012.
100%. I wore these today with my shoes and I just didn't put on fun socks, but I'm wearing my Love slippers. They're
Cute.
really comfortable.
These are Central Park. And you know what I like connected for me recently? We're going to be 26, 27, living in New York.
That's what they are.
Yes.
Alex, this is huge.
I'm literally living the dream.
You
Sorry, to make the connection, Friends is a show.
Okay, Alex, I think people...
It's my favorite show ever, and it's a group of friends in their mid to late 20s who live in New York, and that's literally going to be me.
Yes, but everybody knows. That's like
That's
like explaining what SpongeBob is. Also, how do you explain what SpongeBob is? Imagine explaining what SpongeBob is to a Victorian child. They're like, what? They're terrified. Okay, that's what we're wearing. Today we're gonna talk about. First, we were like, do we do the love episode? But then someone in Discord was like, how do you date yourself? Like maybe go more that avenue. So I think we're going to touch on just like
a little bit of everything.
Self-love, dating yourself, treating yourself right, just like learning to respect yourself, period. So we'll get into that. But before we get into that, we have to take a break for our sponsor. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. We've talked about them before. Therapy, baby, done online in the comfort of your own home at your pace. It's affordable. They even offer financial aid. I couldn't think of the word. They offer financial aid, which is amazing. And there's so many specialist types of therapists you could choose from that might not be in your area, which is amazing.
What's great is they offer services worldwide, and if you aren't vibing with your therapist, they make it free and easy to change. And when you do find the therapist that you love, you can message them at any time of the day, because we all know shit happens all the time.
That it do. If you guys want to check it out, visit betterhelp.com/Oddvice. That's better HELP, and join over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
Special offer for Oddvice listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Oddvice. Thanks, BetterHelp. All right. So in prep for this episode, I read this article by Chance Marshall.
Chance the Rapper.
Could you imagine? It is called How to Really Practice Self-Love, 4 Things to Remember. I'm not going to get all the way into it right now. I like wrote some stuff down from it. It's a really good article. Look it up. It's on the website Self-Space. I wanted to ask you, Kristen, what is your definition of self-love?
Long version or short?
Short.
Self-acceptance.
Okay. Love that.
Longer than that?
Longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
like not like 30 minutes of the episode long,
I mean,
but like
I'm glad you specified because you know all.
But like give me like the gist.
Self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, but also holding yourself accountable to things, knowing your boundaries, but also pushing yourself. It's really finding that. I feel like everything I'm saying is like a contradiction of the other, but that's what I mean. It's finding that soft spot, that line that you can walk comfortably and hold yourself to. But I guess everybody's answer is different. And for me, acceptance and forgiveness.
Beautiful.
Fine.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Gotcha.
I'm in the same boat. Used to not be.
I just said gotcha.
No, that was an ick. Someone's gonna watch that and be like,
unsubscribe. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like wrote down the gist of what you just said. Holding ourselves in high regard, accepting ourselves for who we are, understanding what we deserve, high self-esteem, and accepting our flaws. A big part of that article that I read was a lot of the times, okay, there's this notion that we aren't able to love until we have accomplished self-love, until we love ourselves. Yeah. And I always thought, I mean, I've always been told that. So I've always kind of been like, okay, I'm not going to find my person until I have checked this box off of my list.
Yeah.
And it's not that. Yeah. It's just, it's not there. Self-love is an ongoing journey that we will practice until the day that we die. And a huge part of self-love is distinguishing between self-love and self-reliance. And I think a lot of the people end up merging those two together. Yeah. Saying, I'm not going to, I don't need anyone in my life until I am okay on my own.
Yeah. Which
is, I think, at least for me, is a bit more detrimental than I originally thought. Because we're humans. We need other people in our life. Mm-hmm. We are designed to not be individuals in this world. We don't go through this world alone.
We're pack people. Like
right.
we're a pack species.
Right. And I think when we with societal standards, for sure, when we start this journey of self-love, we're kind of we end up pushing other people away because we're like, I need to focus on me first. Ego. But do you think it could be the other way around where it's like the value of love that I receive from others could then in turn make me a better lover?
Yes, that kind of goes with like the mosaics of people. You pick up off how people do things, what feels good that you hadn't felt up until that moment, so you want that for next time. Like what we're saying, like when you date people, you realize you like that thing, right? You kind of bring it on. Back to what you're saying, just like how you can't love others so you love yourself. I also agree, and I hadn't for the longest time, that can be more hurtful than helpful. And my personal experience with that, and I still kind of do it today, is I'm like almost too independent now. Yes. Now I'm pushing people away. And I think the reason the words you use were like societal standards, like society does push that as a defense, because right when you get out of a breakup, it is that fuck you mentality. Yep. It is that
focus on you.
Yep. I don't need anybody. I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. I don't need anybody to help me get through this. That's our ego talking, like on a deeper level. So I think that's why we do it. And then I think society took it very literal, and that's why there's literally like Hallmark cards that say you don't need no man, you don't need no woman type shit. Like that's why it's quite literally a movement now. And that's something I'm currently working on, is realizing, like, you know, during my healing and my growing, that will never stop. At least I hope it doesn't, because it's the most beautiful thing ever. During that, it's okay to let others in.
Yeah.
But then if you would have told me that a year ago, I don't think it would have been okay for me to let others in because I was still getting out of very dark shit that I did need to be alone with. Mm-hmm. So that concept is really case by case.
Right. And there's parts of you that need to, like, not you, but like there's parts of you that need to be worked on and healed before you are vulnerable with someone else and can potentially, what's the word? Like, affect someone else with that toxic trait that you might have.
Traumatize.
No, good. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Traumatize someone else with something that you're working on. But then there's like the thought that you could grow with someone else and like to potentially work on that with someone else and like someone else's. I mean, and this isn't just, I'm not talking like just relationship wise.
Oh no.
This is
humans.
Like, yes, this is like letting in your best friend or a therapist or someone have an effect on something that you do with your life and potentially change like the course of how you act and help with your self-love journey. Like your self-love journey isn't just you. It's everyone around you.
I feel like we can end the episode. Like that's the punch. It's like ask for help, like hold other people's hands, let your pride down and realize you can't do it alone. I mean, you're preaching to the choir. I'm trying. But I think
no, but it's cool that we're talking about this because I feel like, I mean, you guys could probably pull up fucking receipts. There's episodes where we've like talked about how you don't need anyone. It's all you. But that's part of the like growth is realizing that like
you do at the end of it. Like, I feel like even books of like the most successful people, they always say like my biggest moments of success and achievement, I wish I just had someone there to experience it with.
Yep.
I agree with that too. But I still think it's so case by case because if you're not around the right people, you don't need those people. And
totally.
And you need like, I think the perfect harmony is when you are around the good people that help you get to your higher self, get through your what you're working on, get you to the next level. But until you're with those people, it could have the reverse effects. So
self-sabotage.
Yeah. It's like if I'm talking to somebody who's around shit people, I'm going to be like, bitch, you don't need anybody than yourself right now.
Totally.
In your situation. It really just depends. But then it's like, how do you read your situation? What if you think your situation's fine, but it's because it's all you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all fucked.
Literally.
We're literally all fucked. Good luck. I feel like I can kind of relate this to letting my guard down on my date the other day. So I went on a date the other day, and at first he was like, "Let me pick you up." And I never really said anything to it. Like, I think I quite literally didn't respond to the text because it was like a few days in advance and I was like busy or something. And then the day before, like the night before, I was like, hey, can I actually meet you there? And I did it. And then I went to Alex and was like, I told him, like, I like immediately felt bad for telling him I'll meet you there. And I did it because, like, I already just felt too dependent on somebody. I immediately was like, oh my God, like, I lost that control. Like, I'm too dependent now on somebody, which I know isn't true, but it was definitely more of a response rather than a conscious thought, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Then at dinner, it was great dinner, whatever, he pays. He grabs the check and he wants to pay. And I was like what I literally
made
said,
a face.
I said splitsies. Like I just same type of thing. I was like I don't want him to pay. Like I'm just not used to that. Haven't been used to that in a really long time. Mm-hmm. And he understood what was going on and he even acknowledged it very respectfully. He
did it in a very, very gentle way.
Very gentle. And he was just like he did the compliment sandwich when you are
compliment
criticism then compliment. He did that, complimented my character, like, I know you're really independent, but chivalry isn't dead. And usually when people say that, it's such a cringe, but like he didn't say it in like trying to be like
I'm
suave.
chivalrous. Right.
He was like, just let me do this. Like I really enjoyed this dinner. It was really nice to meet you the other day. Like, let me do this. So the way he did that, I was like, all right, you cool. So I let him do it. But even till this day, I'm like, I like want to Venmo him. Like, it's that part of growth, that part of opening your heart again, where it's like, let people in. Mm-hmm. You could still be you.
People can be nice to you.
Literally made my blood boil hearing that. And he even said, he made a point that vulnerability for me is easy. I'm able to open up to people. And I have a pretty big threshold of what I'll share with a stranger too. One of those. Like quite literally have a podcast. Wait, yeah, true. I didn't even think about that. But where my threshold breaks is the second my vulnerability makes me step out of character, which like this, being so vulnerable that somebody now wants to pick me up or pay for my food or do something chivalrous. Now I feel out of character because I lost my, I put it
Control.
in quotes, power, it's pride.
Yeah.
I lost my pride. And now I'm like, I don't feel like myself. I've lost like who I usually am in a social situation.
Can I read this? This might be perfect for right now. I was saving this quote for the end, but this is a direct quote from the article that I named before.
Okay. Chance the Rapper?
Yes.
Right.
Loving ourselves doesn't have to be a radically individualistic pursuit. It's about letting others love us even when we feel unlovable, because their version of us is often kinder than our own.
Facts. Absolute facts. That reminds me when my therapist would be like, I would tell her when I would get like the ick when people start getting feelings for me. That is such a common thing. I know so many people.
It happens far too. It's almost like our excuse to stop talking to people.
Yes.
Like, you like me? Bye.
And what it is on a fucking deeper level is because we're like, how could they like me?
Yeah.
I don't even like me.
Yep.
It's like we can't fathom that somebody thinks we're cool or fun to be around or nice or good or all the great things they say. Because we've said this before, like we don't even believe them when they say it. It's a self-esteem thing. It all comes down to our self-love. That's why you have to love yourself first.
Yep.
So you have to love yourself first so you believe it when people say they love you.
Okay. I could see that. I don't see. Okay. Huh. I don't see the first part, but I do see the being able to acknowledge that what they're saying is accurate. Yeah. I think that comes with the believing. Like, I think the more that you encounter that situation where people are being vulnerable and telling you that like how much of a good person you are and how much they love you and like the light that they see in you, I think that comes with self-love. Does that make sense? Like
you hear it enough?
No. I think it could contribute to your believing in your own self-love.
By hearing it enough.
I guess.
Just like being surrounded by it?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it goes back to that thing of like being surrounded by people who value you.
But from experience, if your self-esteem and your self-love is so dumped and so low, I don't even believe them. When they say it so much, it loses its meaning. That was a big thing with Tanner and I. Oh. Is like he would express his gratitude and his love for me. And I straight up was like, real. I don't hear it anymore. And it's not because I don't love you back and all these things. But like, I can't even feel that it's genuine because I can't perceive it that way. Not because of you. It's me. It's not you. It's me type
So
thing.
How do you think you could begin to see it that way on your own?
Dating myself.
In what way?
Loving myself. Knowing I deserve it.
But with no external factors?
Therapy.
That's it?
No.
Okay.
It's not it. If I knew, I'd probably be married right now. I don't fucking know. Like, that's the problem.
No, for sure.
That's literally the problem, Alex. And also, like, all these things.
I think it just goes in circles.
Well, not necessarily. I think everybody's step by step or formula is different.
Right.
Like the person, remember the person I said earlier who's around fucked up people, their credentials to get to where they want to be is different than mine.
Right.
And our love goals are all different too. Like it really just is all different. That's why you have to find the podcast that speaks to you. You have to find the self-help book that speaks to you. You have to find the therapist that speaks to you or the friend that speaks to you. Like
totally.
It's all just different. Who fucking knows?
Everyone's a different math formula.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Not at all. You're so correct.
Not at all.
Everybody's X equals something different.
Hey!
Wait, but like X, like hey, that's cool.
PEMDAS.
Okay. The path X equals negative B plus or minus a square root of C squared minus 4AC all over 2A.
What is that?
The quadratic formula.
Yeah.
I think I got one thing wrong.
Yeah, something didn't hit right.
My calculations. Kind of last thought on this like different formula for everybody. When I got out of my relationship, I think I really did need to be alone. Mm-hmm. I would, up until that point, my whole life was people and friends and family and dependent on others, whatever level that might be. I think for me, my formula was I had to be alone and be really uncomfortable.
Yeah. And you know what? We talked about this on our Zoom call on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're right. When you get into that deepest part of your journey or whatever you want to call it, and you really lose yourself, that's when you kind of have to turn in, be by yourself. It is a very solo journey of like trying to find who you are. And then that level slowly build. And that's when you're open enough to bring people in.
Yeah.
The right people.
Right. You made it. You did it. You got through the trenches and the hard stuff and the dirty stuff and the dark stuff, and it thickened your skin.
Yep.
But in like the best way.
You're stronger. You know who you are now.
Yeah. I needed that. I think that was a big thing. It was really hard and it felt wrong the whole time. But like, this kind of goes into the next thing we want to talk about is the literal actions of dating yourself, the literal actions of self-care, and not just the face mask and the spa day, not that, which those are all fucking great and you should actually do that for yourself. But it's those uncomfortable moments that you have to push through because you know they're good for you. Mm-hmm. I wrote down some. The top one I wrote was sitting in that discomfort, and it helps really build stamina for future moments where you're alone. And even those moments in your next relationship or in your next friendship or anything, just being comfortable with those solo moments is a part of self-care and self-love. And kind of what I was saying to the definition you asked for earlier, it's pushing through that and recognizing what's good for you, even if you don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. That's like, I guess that, does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay. I don't know if that came out right.
Yes.
If you guys listen to the What's Really Going On in Your Head episode, I hope now you understand the dialogue and the ballroom chatter going on in my fucking head.
Sometimes, especially like topics like this, it's very hard to put into words.
It's absolutely insane, but I love it. Like it's very like my brain feels
it's fun
good
to like
right
hash
now.
out.
Yes. I feel like another part of my self-love, self-care, and dating myself is really creating an ambiance for myself. You're really good at this too, Alex. We both are candle ass bitches. Cleaning your room. Like I feel so cringy listing these, but I actually can't stress enough how real it is. Like the second you clean your room and how well you sleep. Like we all know how that is. Or clean sheets, how well you sleep.
Yep.
Those little actions that just make the 5 minutes of your day a little bit more enjoyable are the moments that are training your brain,
your skin. It's on like a molecular level. Like
for sure.
You get into your clean sheets, your skin's fucking happy.
Yes. Perfectly said. It's training yourself that you deserve it and that this is now the standard I should live up to every week. Clean sheets every week, every day, whatever like floats your boat.
Fresh air.
It's what you deserve. As hard as it is when you're deeply depressed to fucking clean your room and you're sleeping around all your dishes and shit. Trust me, I'm there often. Remember what you deserve. and really try and push through that. That's a big form of self-care for me, I think, is just like, I don't want to, but then, okay, a big thing too that I put in my head when I'm trying to push myself to do something I know I deserve, like that's positive.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in perspective of like you or Leanna. I'm like, oh my God, if say like Leanna was like, hey, can I sleep in your room tonight? I would make sure that room was spick and span clean. And I'd be like, yes, please. Oh my God, I'll light a candle for you. Make her the most comfortable, make her the most safe and sound and clean and comfy, and then let her sleep in my room. I deserve that same thing.
Right. And it's like, if we're going to do this for others, what makes us think we don't deserve the same love and affection and care?
We do.
We do.
We just think we don't, but we do. That's why even earlier I was like, would it be stupid if I said that, Alex?
Yeah.
And you were like, no. It's perspective.
It is.
That's at least been a really nice tactic for me when I'm questioning what I deserve. Do my homies deserve it? Do my best girlfriends deserve it? Even sometimes putting it into a children perspective too.
Yeah.
I always think, what if this was happening to my baby niece, Sarah? Oh, I'd lose it. She deserves the fucking world. Talk to your inner child like that.
Yeah.
Like,
and I was going to say, what if you put it in the perspective of would this be something that your inner child would want for
their selves,
for their future selves?
Yeah. Wow.
Like looking back on me as a 12-year-old, would I think like future Alex would want A, B, C, D? Obviously, all you do when you're a kid is like dream about your future self. So as your future self, why aren't you actually giving yourself that?
Yeah, and it's usually tangible things.
Yep.
At least work towards it. You don't have to get it at a snap of a finger, because it might be big dreams, like a job or,
Right. And it's usually, I mean, for me, like talking specifically, I always like had my dream apartment and like my dream cute dishes and like my dream bedroom decor. And those are all like very materialistic things, but obviously like I've curated my bedroom specifically. My bedroom is my safe space.
It's your sanctuary.
It's my sanctuary. I've gotten it to the place where if I ask my inner child, is this the room that you pictured when you were 26? She would be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah.
And it's like, that makes my heart happy.
Good. That was literally next on my list, is like back to like the ambiance thing, like making your space what you like. Mm-hmm. And that could be anything. It doesn't have to be this aesthetic sanctuary either, because that also gets very fucking expensive in itself. But
totally,
something I remember doing as a kid was like, when I was sad, especially, it was very much a response if something like wrong was going on at home. I would rearrange my room.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. That's different feng shui. That's different energy. Like some say you're supposed to rearrange your room annually, like all the things, but it's exactly what you just said, Alex. It's just making your space what you want, where you feel safe, where you can close your door and sit in there and be okay.
Yes.
On every level.
Because if you can't be comfortable in the one place where you're supposed to rest and recharge, you have nowhere.
You're not recharging.
No. You're not giving yourself a chance to recharge.
Yeah. That also goes with let yourself sleep.
Sleep is, I've always been a fat advocate for a good night's sleep. My whole life I've slept at least 9 hours a night.
That's so good, Alex. You are probably going to live a longer life because of it. That is so important, because you're right. I feel like every type of doctor is like, how's your sleep? Like it affects your gut. It affects your mental health. For me, it affects my skin. And then when my skin's bad, then I pick at it. And when I pick at it, then I spiral. And then I'm like, I'm ugly. And then I'm like, I don't want to go out. And then I'm like, like
it affects what you put what you eat, your body, not like digestion. Just your gut health, but like what you eat throughout the day. I notice when I don't get a good night's sleep, I'm like,
crap.
Yeah. All you want is a burger and fries and like shit that's not going to serve you or feed you.
Yep.
But then really like when you get a good night's sleep, you wake up and you're on this fresh kick and you're like, I want greens. Yeah. I want something fresh and cold.
Momentum. You want to like keep it going. Yeah. That's another thing I wrote was like, to the food thing, cook for yourself. Mm-hmm. And even if you're not somebody who enjoys cooking, I think on a primal level, making yourself food with the groceries you have, whatever that meal may be, is a form of like, hi body, like
You're
talking
serving
to
your
your
body.
body. What are you craving? Are you intuitive eating? Are you hungry right now? I'm going to feed you then, because you deserve to be fed and you deserve to be nourished. This makes me want to cry saying this. I didn't expect that. Anyway, just
It's true.
yeah, feeding yourself and
Serving your
cooking.
body.
Yeah.
Your body works for you all day long. And I think there's this like weird disconnect between our brains and what we're thinking and what we're feeling and our physical body,
Yeah.
our physical health.
For sure.
And I think once we connect those, once we're like, hold on, my legs literally walk me around the face of the earth every day.
Oh, they're
Like,
working so hard.
They're working so hard.
Yeah.
Care for them.
Stretch.
Lotion them up.
Thank you. I needed to hear that. No, I'm sorry. You looked at me down the barrel. Like, you weren't even saying that to the listeners. You were like,
Lotion your damn legs.
I know. This is a Sahara Desert. Hey,
It was literally sandpaper.
remember this next time I ask you to put lotion on my back.
No, and you know what? I
always
do it.
You always do it.
I don't.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You might sigh.
because
but
it's like I just put on my rings.
Yeah. That shit is hella gross.
No, but seriously, like
Yeah.
your skin is the biggest organ that's keeping you functioning.
Okay, this is grossing me out. It's a
Like-
big organ.
Take care of it.
I know. I started going to Pilates at a new Pilates place. I think you should come because, well, don't do that face. Nourish your body. Pilates is so good for you. That's another thing. Like being active, even if it is a walk,
totally.
like your body deserves that. But what I was going to get to, which I think you'd really like, and I was kind of telling you, this new class, it's a lot more
slower,
chill.
right? Okay.
I mean, Pilates is a slow period.
Right.
Even the place that I took you, if you change that music, it's a slow class.
Totally.
It's the music that's very upbeat. But the place I'm going to now, or at least tried, it's like more, it's still like music, but it's not like some like yoga class, zen ass vibration, but like, sorry, the camera cut out. But yeah, they're
This new Pilates class.
yeah, they're very like lean into it, feel a stretch here. They kind of walk you through it verbally. And at the end, what I'm getting to here is they allot, like, of the class period, they allot the last 10 minutes, then they turn on some zen ass shit. They walk you through stretches, and it's not like corny. She's very like, your body got you through this last 50 minutes. Thank your body. Every time I tear up, Alex.
I bet.
I literally sit there with every ounce. I picture like a light going from like my head to my toes, a light that's, and I literally say, and I even kind of, sometimes I say it in like my goofy little voice. Like, I'm like, thanks, body. Like, you actually just got me through that whole ass class.
Yep.
And I feel strong and I want to go get a smoothie and nourish myself. Like, little things like that really help. I really recommend Pilates. It's such a good way to connect
Where
with
is
your
this
body.
place?
It's closer.
Oh,
It's
thank
so
God.
much closer. It's literally down the street. It's next
Okay.
to Phil's Coffee
Oh, okay.
of cold water.
Word.
Yeah, it's so good. But yeah, Pilates.
Yeah. Well, find what works for you. A lot of people are runners.
Yep. Oh, more power to you. Please stretch though. I ran for years. I do like 5 miles a day, and I can't do it again because I hurt myself. Okay.
We're at an hour.
I said a little bit more.
Okay,
Are you
yeah.
chilling?
Totally.
Okay. Another one I said, masturbate.
Oh, baby.
Get to know your body. Get to know what you like.
Get to know what you like.
And that kind of goes like, if we want to move it back into like a dating thing, knowing like how we go through different cycles with people and learn what we like and don't like and what we want in our next partner. This is also something you could do when you masturbate. You know what you want with your next partner.
Right. And it's a confidence thing. Like when
For
you know
sure.
what you want in the bedroom, it gives you, it's like this beautiful like power that you have.
Oh yeah. It is beautiful. Perfect way to put it. I said going on drives. That's just a nice thing for me. I think even just going on drives and putting on a type of playlist that I'm going to cringe saying this, but like does make you feel like a main character.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of cringe to say because like that's such like a used term.
There's like a weird connotation with it now, I think. But
yeah. But I mean it on the level of like romanticize what you're doing.
Right. You're the main character of your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Back to that, like you're the center of your world and you have this power over the things that are around you and like the energy that you surround yourself with. That's the main character that you want to be.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I like that you specified what that means too, because I think what social media has done to the quote main character term is like fuck everyone else.
Right. And that's no.
That's I don't even think that's what the original person who like
no
made that TikTok or whatever, you know,
that's
even wanted.
The like social media version of main character is like you said, fuck everyone else. It puts other people down. And it's like, no, you want to be your own main character.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And then that also makes it so you're not worrying about others. The second you start worrying about others, you're taking your energy out of your life. And I don't mean that worrying about others like on an empathy level.
No.
I mean like the comparison. I guess
comparison
is the
bug. Right.
It's the comparison that is extremely toxic.
Totally.
I think doing these self-care things with friends is really helpful too.
Yep.
It's kind of back to the analogy where I said if Leanna was like, hey, can I sleep in your bed? And I would just make it so beautiful. When I do self-care things with you and Leanna, it's like, it's a way to be like, they deserve this. I deserve this. We're doing this together because we all deserve this. Mm-hmm. And it's also a conscious choice that we're doing as a friend group. We're choosing to do self-care over going out and getting trashed.
Right.
Which is still fucking fun. We still do that literally
That's
the last episode.
That's still a part of self-care.
Right. It's just like making sure you're enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think moments of like maybe making the choice to not wake up hungover.
Yeah.
Or get that assignment done on a Saturday night so you can have a chill Sunday. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, chill Sundays, period.
Sundays, you guys. Sundays mean a lot.
Yes.
Like Sundays are your days to recharge. If you're thinking about moving your room around, if you want to go get that plant that will make your room happy, that will in turn make you happy when you walk into your bedroom, take advantage of Sundays, turn Sundays into your days and go and do it.
Yep. I have.
No excuses.
Yeah. Like make yourself, even if you want to be productive or try and just enjoy your Sunday and don't look at the time.
No.
Make sure, like, try and really plan your whole week to make sure your Sundays are free and free of stress.
And do what makes your heart happy on Sundays.
Yes. I feel like I've like adopted that from you a lot and I live by it now. Like now I think my family, when I have kids, will have Sundays. That's so fucking cool. And also I wrote, if you have like a busy lifestyle and you're listening to this and you're like, bitch, I don't have time for any of that. I work on Sundays. Like a type of job, there's several jobs that fucking work on Sundays or any of this. If you're like, I don't have time for that. I get that life is different for all walks of it and time is different for all of us, but there's also a form of self-care and just the boundaries you make, the things you say yes to, the things you say no to throughout the day, the boundaries you make with yourself, the boundaries you make with your coworkers, your friends, your partner, those little things, it kind of all roots back to remembering what you deserve and making sure the boundaries and standards you set for yourself are aligned with what you deserve, whatever that means for you.
Very well said.
Just a little something.
Very well said.
Also, I said, last one, get ready. Make yourself feel pretty or handsome or good, sexy, strong,
beautiful, all of it.
Just clean. Get clean. Like again, back to like the depression thing. Sorry, I'm going there, but like that depression shower is the hardest thing you'll ever do. But like you even feel a 0.1% better afterwards. You deserve it.
Yep.
Like getting ready and even like have a photo shoot with yourself. Mm-hmm. You don't have to post them. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're doing it for you. So you can look back. You know how good it feels? I have this like once every few fucking months where I'll look at a picture and be like, wow, I actually look really pretty here.
because you were probably very happy in that photo.
Exactly.
Yep.
And moments like that, like take pictures, and then you also have those memories, and just
and it's like a good reminder of where you could potentially be.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. But getting ready always feels good, especially this, like, the way we all work from home now, or a lot of us work from home, and just kind of our weeks are a lot different than they were a few years ago.
Totally.
It's easy to sit in sweats all day. It's easy.
I'm the queen of it.
We do it, but then there will be days where, like, I could tell we both get up and we shower and, like, we get ready and we put on, like, some dewy skin and, like, let our hair dry and be nice.
And even we feel fresh.
Right.
Fresh for the day.
It's not just up in a bun or a beanie or a hat. Like,
because that does dive you far deeper into depression.
Yeah.
Into darkness and, like, thinking you don't deserve to look good or feel good.
Yeah.
In the words of one of our good friends, Ben, look good, feel good, baby.
Look good, feel good. That was something he always said. Like, it sounded like he was dead. He's not dead. It's just we don't really talk to him.
He's still a great friend.
He's just great friend.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like that really sounded like
no, he's very much still alive. And probably out there dancing somewhere.
Oh, he probably is. Oh, Ben, if you're watching this, hey, Ben's not watching this.
He damn near might be.
He's damn near on our Patreon.
No, for sure.
Oh, I wrote this in all caps. We can end here. Treat yourself how you want your future person to treat you. You're dating yourself. Like, I mean, how do I say
If you, I don't know if this is where you're going, but, like, if you want your significant other to take you on a date every Friday night and, like, wine and dine you, if that's what you're into, do that for yourself every Friday night.
Yep.
Because you deserve it.
Yeah.
If you think that's what you want and you want someone else to do that for you, do it for yourself first.
And, like, you're setting the standard for them.
Right.
Like, they see
You meet someone and you're like,
oh,
I do this every Friday.
Jinx
Poke. You owe me a
cocaine. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. Yes, but then I was also the reason I stuttered because I was like, maybe us trying to accommodate to every walk of life right now. Maybe you don't want a relationship. You still need to do these self-care and healing and self-dating things.
Yeah.
Maybe relationships isn't even on your horizon because same bitch. But, like, you still got to do it. You still deserve it. You still deserve it even if you're not doing it for some future person. You're doing it for you. You're doing it so that you learn how to do it so you could teach your future children how to do it for the next generation.
For your inner child and your future self.
Bye.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Hey, everybody, it's Bunny. Graveyard Girl. Somebody watch Graveyard Girl?
I've watched her since day one.
She used to do her little shoe hauls. She would, like, pop. Oh, Bunny.
Yeah.
Just connecting that now. We need to, like, get her up here. Like, she deserves her own fucking poster. She's adorable.
Oh, also, if you guys want to help a sister out, hit up Bicycle Playing Cards. We want to do a tour of their facilities, please.
Like, everybody spam them. We're going to do that. Everybody,
please, they have an Instagram.
Like,
I don't even think they're verified.
They're not.
No.
Be really, really respectful, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No capitals. Like, keep it, like,
Don't be, we're not
lowercase.
aggressive people.
No, just be like, hey.
Oddvice Podcast.
You should let at Oddvice Podcast tour your headquarters. They're
They're
love you.
really big fan. They talk about cards all the
They
time.
love you.
Bring cards everywhere they go, and only bicycle cards.
Only bicycle
Only
cards.
bicycle
Even
cards.
our big ones. We have ones that are like 6x4.
Guys,
They're huge.
so big.
We're bicycle though.
Bicycle.
We're
just like bicycle girls through and through.
Yeah.
So we want to really tour their facilities and, like,
So bad.
yeah.
Even a collab. That'd be sick.
Sick.
I don't know. Just
I don't
a
know.
collab.
Just we figure. Okay. Love yourself and others. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, and treat yourself the way that you want other people to treat you.
I don't even know what you said.
No, I think it made sense.
Just reverse it and then listen to that again.
Flip it and reverse it. Is your friend it?
I feel like this is an episode you should probably listen to more than once because
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, actually, this is where I want to leave them. Sorry.
Okay.
I learned that that your pores are roots like a tree. So when you pop a pimple, it's pushing bacteria back into the other root. That's why another one pops up somewhere you didn't even touch. So don't pick your face. And I haven't been, and I'm usually a picker, and I haven't been, and my skin's clearing up right now.
Nice.
So, all right, that's all. Love you guys so much. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please rate us 5 stars and leave a review. If you're watching on YouTube, hello.
Hi,
Please
leave a comment.
leave a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications. And happy Monday or whatever day you're listening to this. We have a Patreon exclusive episode every single Friday. Every single Friday. And it's responses to this. What should our patrons...
For our patronies,
what do you do?
Yeah. What is your self-love routine? Where are you at in your self-love journey? How do you think what do you think can contribute to like saying you've accomplished self-love? I don't know. Is that the right way to put it?
What do you mean?
Remember the question that we asked in the beginning?
Your definition of like...
No, not definition, but we were saying like, do external factors contribute as much as we want them to? Or, you know, where are you guys at with that?
What's like, we said there are so many scenarios and different formulas for each person. Can you give your story?
Yeah. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah. Like what did we miss here? Cause I know we missed, I mean, there's an
we don't know shit.
Yeah. We literally don't know shit. There's an infinite amounts of walks of lives that need different things. So where are you at? Also just send in anything, say hi, say hello.
We also, if you are thinking about joining our Patreon, our Hella tier, which is our top tier patrons, we do a Zoom call every Friday night. And it's so fun. And we just like sit and chat and like all hang out.
It's literally
we're hanging out in a room. Yeah, we're just FaceTiming each other.
We were saying how we want to start.
Oh my God, yeah.
We want to start doing like presentations. It makes sense.
It makes sense because we all have the same sense of humor.
We do. Like that Hella tier has really, we're all the same person.
Yeah.
Like it really has
someone said
curated.
Something the other night and we're like, yo, Meg's funny.
No,
Meg is Meg,
it
right?
was Meg. Yeah. Like everybody's so funny and kind. All tiers, because we also have a Discord chat with all tiers and everybody's so funny and nice. And it's like such a safe space. And it's not like surface level. Like people go literally, like the other day someone was like, yo, I got a UTI, like what do I do? Like it's so raw and unfiltered and trusting, and we love it. It's the best thing ever. So enough about that. Just I feel like we can express our gratitude forever. But enjoy your week. Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Have
fun.
We'll talk to you either
Get some
Friday
sleep.
or next Monday. Love you. Bye.
Bye.